The last debate, we saw a bunch of fresh new attacks, and we saw a whole host of comedy at the Al Smith dinner. Both candidates did a little bit of their stand-up shtick. We saw John McCain make nice with David Letterman. Also, Joe Biden paid a visit to Jay Leno's couch there as well. And then last night, Sarah Palin playing along on Saturday Night Live as Amy Poehler did the Sarah Palin rap.
All the Mavericks in the house, put your hands up. All the Mavericks in the house, put your hands up. All the plumbers in the house, put your hands up. All the plumbers in the house, put your hands up.
And joining us now, two contributors from one of the most popular places for political comedy on the web, a site called 23/6. Most of the news, some of the time. Welcome Lee Camp and Lori Kilmartin. Part of the liberal comedy elite.
Yes.
Yes, we are.
I think we're it, right?
We're it.
Right. So what'd you think of the governor of Alaska last night? She has been manna from comedy heaven.
Oh, she's everything. Our site, 23/6, officially endorsed Sarah Palin for president. We're like, McCain who? I love this lady. I have gay cowboy love for Sarah Palin. She has an Eskimo husband and 20 kids, and she lives in a shoe. There's nothing not to love with her.
I just love her because she makes us all feel good about ourselves. If elected, she will be the first vice president who went to community college.
Right.
It shows we could all do it.
She's one of us. She's one of us. And do you give her points for last night? She didn't have a lot of laugh lines.
She didn't do anything. It was all hype, and it just reminded us that Tina Fey is both funnier and smarter. So,
yeah. I thought the only reason she showed up in the Weekend Update was to prove that Alec Baldwin didn't push her off the roof after the opening segment.
Right, because he's not a fan of the Democrats. What about Joe the Plumber as a fantastic comedic character out of nowhere?
Yeah, I did a thing. I think we're going to show it in a second. For 236.com, I do like letters from McCain. I did a voicemail to Palin. People can look up.
Right.
But this was a letter to Joe the Plumber apologizing because, you know, he's like, I'm sorry I said you were a plumber when you're not. I'm sorry I said you make $250,000 when you make $40,000. I'm sorry I said you'd get a tax cut under my plan when really you'd get it under Obama's plan. So really, he shouldn't have called him Joe the Plumber. He should have called him Joe the Poor Example of how my tax plan's better.
And his name's not even Joe.
No, it's Sam.
His first name is Sam, yeah.
You know what's weird is, like, I only heard of him Wednesday night, and I'm already sick of him. Like,
right.
Go away, Joe the Plumber.
It's a really intense 15 minutes of fame.
Yes.
All right, so we saw a lot of different comedic sides of our candidates. How about the report cards? You want to break them down for us? So,
yes.
You already sort of, you tipped your hand on Palin, I don't think. Both of you going to go with?
We'll give her a simultaneous S.
Okay.
Oh, my God, sure.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's my
in fact, we're done with Palin.
It's an acorn move. Right
okay, yeah. Is McCain on Letterman?
I give him an A because he showed up and he took it like a man, which I would expect no less from a former POW.
You can't question his toughness at all.
I'm going to give him a C. I actually find him funnier when he's not trying to be funny. Like, they had, what was it, a week ago, he accidentally said my fellow prisoners instead of my fellow citizens.
Unfortunately.
That's humor right there. And it's scary because, you know, that I don't want a president calling me his fellow prisoner, just like I don't want to, like, if I were in jail, I wouldn't want my fellow prisoner calling me his girlfriend. Like,
well,
I wouldn't want either of those.
It depends. Really depends on your cellmate. Joe Biden on Leno.
By the way, this looks like we're drunk, by the way.
Well, we are. We write for 26. That's how we do it.
Joe Biden?
Joe Biden was kind of dull. He seems like a guy you think would be funny because he's Irish Catholic and he's from the East Coast. And then he just de-Kennedys, and it's like, oh. Like, that's the guy you want in the audience, not on stage.
Not on stage.
I'm going to give him an A for looking like Mr. Burns from The Simpsons.
Oh, very nice. Nice A, by the way. Good
penmanship. I nailed it. Sobering up.
And then Obama, you know, he did a little bit of stand-up at the Al Smith dinner, but we haven't seen him on any of the late-night shows.
That is so smart. He's heightening our anticipation for his half hour that he's buying next week, right on...
Which I'm sure will be a laugh riot.
I know. My favorite part of the campaign was when he fist-bumped Michelle. I thought that was really cool. That I would love to have a president that would fist bump world leaders at the G8. Oh, what's up, Putin?
It's always, you never know if you're going to shake the hand, but he's got it down.
Well, that's what I'm saying, is that showed he was cool, because as a loser, I always screw it up with my friends. I can't predict, and then I end up with, like, this homoerotic game
Let's try it.
paper,
there
rock,
we go.
scissors.
Oh, guys, get a room.
It's just paper, rock, scissors, you know?
Lee Camp, Lori Kilmartin, 23/6 is the site. Thanks for getting up
Thanks
this morning.
for having us up.
Funny stuff. All right, we'll be right back, everybody. Coming up on Good Morning America with